Welcome back to the Digital Asset Report. Crypto markets started December under pressure. Bitcoin fell Monday morning to low 80s, dropping nearly 8% and taking the rest of the market with it. But there's plenty happening behind the scenes that helps explain these moves. Market sentiment remains strained, with the Crypto Fear and Greed Index falling to 24, signaling that traders and investors are currently leaning to risk off. Let's take a look at the headlines shaping the start of this month. In Asia, digital asset stocks fell as China reaffirmed its ban on crypto activity. The People's Bank of China said virtual currencies have no legal status and called stablecoins a threat to financial stability. Officials said illegal fundraising scams and unregulated transfers have increased, and they pledged to tighten controls to stop people from using digital assets to bypass rules. The comments were among China's strongest since their 2021 ban. Meanwhile, the UAE took a very different step. A sweeping new banking decree brings digital assets, DeFi, stablecoins, tokenized real-world assets, and all supporting infrastructure under the country's central bank. The law requires all crypto and blockchain companies operating in or from the UAE to be licensed, with fines for unlicensed activity reaching up to 1 billion dirhams, about $272 million. The framework includes faster licensing, stronger fraud protections, and new rules for Islamic finance, signaling the UAE's push to become a global digital asset hub. And back in the US, Terraform Labs founder Do Kwon asked a court to cap his prison sentence at 5 years following his guilty plea in the $40 billion Terra collapse. His attorneys said his actions stem from hubris and pressure, not personal gain. They also highlighted his nearly 2 years of detention in Montenegro as he awaited extradition. Kwon will be sentenced on December 11th. In corporate updates, Strategy Inc. announced a new USD reserve of $1.44 billion. The reserve is designed to cover dividends on its preferred stock and interest on its outstanding debt for up to 21 months. The company now holds 650,000 Bitcoin, or about 3.1% of the total supply that will ever exist. The move strengthens its position as the largest corporate holder of Bitcoin worldwide. And another milestone came at the state level. Texas became the first U.S. state to buy Bitcoin for its treasury. Officials confirmed a $10 million purchase to BlackRock's Spot ETF, calling it the first step towards a broader digital asset reserve. Self-custody is the long-term goal, but the ETF provides a regulated path while the state builds its custody systems. And in Washington, President Trump said the U.S. could almost completely eliminate income taxes in the next few years due to rising tariff revenue. Analysts note that replacing income tax revenue would require more than $2.5 trillion in annual tariffs, which is far above the current levels. The Supreme Court is also weighing whether these tariffs at the center of this plan are even legal.
The next couple of years, I think we'll substantially be cutting, and maybe cutting out completely, but we'll be cutting income tax. Could be almost completely cutting it because the money we're taking in is going to be so large. And yet, other countries who have been ripping us off for many years they've just been ripping us to shreds.
President Trump says he's chosen the next federal chair reserve, and all signs point to Kevin Hassett as the frontrunner. Prediction markets now give him the strongest odds to replace Jerome Powell when his term ends in May. Hassett has kept quiet about the process, but he's widely viewed as a pick who would support lower interest rates. He's currently the director of the National Economic Council and a longtime economic advisor in Republican administrations. Markets are shaky, but holders are here for the long-term vision of digital assets as regulation and clarity continue to move forward. That's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a like and follow along for more.